Hey Scott and everyone else, welcome back to 4 Running Shoes. So yeah, this week hasn't gone great. I haven't actually run at all, which is pretty disappointing, and I don't really have many excuses other than I'm just finding running difficult at the moment. I have been slightly busy, and having kids is can be tough to get out and go for runs, and this makes it a little bit of an extra challenge here and there. But I really don't have much of an excuse. Generally, the reason why I end up skipping runs is because I'll put it off in the day, and so I'll think, oh, I have to go for a run this morning. I'll think about that when I wake up, and then, get busy getting ready for work or getting the girls ready and getting their breakfast ready, that sort of thing. Then by the time, I start thinking, oh yeah, I could go for a run now, I'm sort of having breakfast, and then that you can't really run when you just eat food, so that pushes it back a bit, and then all of a sudden it's time for work. Then obviously you can't really run in the middle of the day. It doesn't really work with my work schedule at the moment. And then later in the evening, I could go for a run around 5, but then I'm busy getting the girls ready for bed and helping out around the house and that sort of thing, getting dinner ready, those sort of chores that just need to happen. And then having dinner, and I haven't gone for a run yet, and eating again. that's the sort of thing. I procrastinate until dinner time or a meal, and then I say, well, I can't run for the next couple of hours, so I wait that out, and then it's bedtime or it's the next thing or whatever, and then I'm too busy for it. It doesn't happen in the day. So it's a bit of a disappointment. I'm not too sure what the solution should be. If you've got some ideas for me, Scott, let me know. I think that'd be helpful. And if you have any ideas for me, let me know in the comments as well. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just finding it a bit tough. And I think, to be honest, it's mostly in my head. It's not like I'm like too tired. And I think maybe I should be telling myself that, running is going to actually help me to get more stuff done around the house. It's going to, clear up my head. It's going to help me work better. Yeah, just prioritizing it is a good thing. So yeah, I should try and build it into my routine more so that it really happens, rather than just, oh yeah, I vaguely have to do a run today, and not really have a good plan of how I should do that. I'm reflecting back as well on when I've been going really well. So like July last year, and winter is always the best time for me with running, which is going into, well, it's autumn now. So it's starting to be that sort of period where I should be hitting more consistency in my running. I struggle over summer, but then autumn, winter is when I'm running really well generally. At the moment, that hasn't caught on yet. But yeah, I'm reflecting back to July last year when I was, running 50, 60 kilometers a week, every week. And why is it so different from then versus now? What's changed? And for some reason, I think back then, it was probably my main hobby. Like, to be honest, most of my life revolved around running at that point. Obviously, I have other things that I'm really passionate about, like my family and, work and my relationship with God and things like that. But yeah, running really was my priority at that point. I sort of built my life around that. I'd structure my schedule so that I'd fit runs in. I would eat really well so that I had the energy to go for runs. I'd exercise, do other complementary exercises to running, so I'd work out like 6 days a week. I would do a lot of flexibility and stretching, those sort of training things to minimize risk of injury and things like that. So I had a lot of things that were going to help me run, and that was really my priority, was to get see a lot of improvement with running, which is what I did. I saw a lot of improvement and ran some of my fastest times in years. And that's not really where I'm at the moment. Running isn't my priority at all. But it's still such a good thing to do, and it's such an important part of yeah, like I want to see myself as a runner. I want to prioritize exercise and see the importance of that and the benefit that it has on my life. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, how do I build that in a way that's really healthy, and to find enjoyment in it again, so that I would actually want to like push and see those like real improvements and good times and things like that. And at the moment, I don't really have an answer for that. I'm just sort of sitting on that, and yeah, I'm trying not to make myself hate running by forcing myself out the door. And yeah, often that means, again, I just don't get out for that run. But yeah, it is something that I'm working through, and I would like to see a lot of change with that in the future. As far as next week, I'm not too sure what it's going to look like. Again, probably won't force myself to run if I'm not feeling like it, or it's just, yeah, it's a burden, I guess. I want to have a healthy relationship with my running. I've heard this this saying though, that you should do the good things until they feel good again. And so I've been reflecting on that. Like sometimes stuff that you think is important and you're passionate about and you really want to focus on in your life and enjoy, sometimes it's not actually, you go through periods where it's not super enjoyable. And so, yeah, actually keep doing them until they do feel enjoyable. So I'm not going to stop running. I'm not going to give up. And I don't know how to apply that exactly either. Whether that means I should just, basically force myself to run, or yeah, how to re-implement it into my routine in a way that I am really enjoying. But anyway, I'm thinking about that, and I'll let you know how I go with it next week. Yeah, something that's been on my mind. But yeah, I'll just mainly, if I get 3 runs in next week, I'll be really happy. Even 2 will be good. But yeah, that's sort of my goals going into next week. Sorry to hear you were a bit sick last week, but yeah, glad that it seems like it's clearing up by the time you made your video. So that's really great. And I hope that, future weeks you get back into the swing of running again. Not that you really took a break, you kept running and pushing, and it's really, really cool. You were able to take a break and still get a bunch of mileage in. 10Ks is pretty good. 11Ks actually, I think you did. And then, yeah, I'm sure you'll get back into the 20s and beyond next week, and yeah, throughout the next few months. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and yeah, just being real. I'm not really feeling the running thing anymore at the moment, at least. So yeah, working through that and trying to figure out what the best next step is. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in my next video on Thursday next week. Hopefully I've got some better news for you. And yeah, Scott, catch you on Tuesday. All right.